Details have emerged of the agreement between the suspended governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Fubara, and the former governor of Rivers State and now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike, for the restoration of Nyesom Fubara as the governor of Rivers State. This indication emerged recently when sources close to Fubara reveal that Fubara has made a lot of concessions so that peace can reign. And one of the concessions this channel understands is that they are going to share positions equally between Fubara and the FCT minister. In other words, it was gathered that FCT minister will nominate commissioners and the governor will nominate commissioners, and that the local government election position will be shared between Abuja and Port Harcourt. There must be fair representation of the FCT minister's candidates and Nyesom Fubara's candidates. Now, how would this affect the future of Rivers State? The truth of the matter is that the state of emergency has achieved for Nyesom Wike what he lost out when Nyesom Fubara conducted the local government election. I've said it in this channel that the state of emergency was imposed on Rivers State basically to counter Fubara's new structure. You know that Nyesom Wike himself had said that what he was fighting for was for the structure that he left behind before coming to Abuja as minister, the Rivers political structure, which he claimed belongs to him, and that structure is the structure that took Fubara to power, and that Fubara cannot destroy it. And he fought for the restoration. That is at the center of the Rivers State crisis. And Fubara also understood the game and wanted to be his own man, and also to extricate Rivers State from the stranglehold of Nyesom Wike. So he wanted to show that Rivers State can be independent of Nyesom Wike. But Nyesom Wike would not have any of that, and he fought him to the hilt until Fubara surrendered. And Fubara, to his credit, did a whole lot to dismantle the structure of Nyesom Wike, because it is that structure that gives him leverage in Abuja. That's why he has the ears of the president. So literally his own political life depends on that structure. So when Nyesom Fubara conducted the October 5, 2024 local government election, and his candidates won the seats, that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Because before then, Nyesom Wike and co, they were sort of believing that they continued to have the upper hand. They went to court to stop that election, the local government election, knowing that local government election is very key to Nyesom Wike continue to continuing to hold on to political relevance in Rivers State. They went to court, they did everything. Court gave order that police should not participate, INEC should not do release so and so document, whatever they did. But Fubara, in obedience to the Supreme Court directive that every state must conduct local government election, because caretaker committees were declared illegal, and he put his men there. That was the last straw that broke the camel's back. And at that point, when they discover that they cannot impeach Fubara, they now have no other option than to come with state of emergency. Now, the state of emergency has handed Minister Nyesom Wike what he has lost out. Because right now, the sole administrator that is put there by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been appointing people alleged to be loyal to Nyesom Wike. So Nyesom Wike is in charge. That's why you can see that everybody is protesting against this sole administrator. But Nyesom Wike is happy with the sole administrator. He's everywhere. He's singing the praises of the sole administrator. They are doing well. If any group protests against sole administrator, he will be the first to criticize those protesting and all that, because this is serving his purpose. But this agreement is an agreement that has shortchanged people of Rivers State, because Nyesom Wike that has left power has returned back in full force. And this agreement, we are meant to understand, is going to make Fubara look like a lame dog. Because whether we like it or not, he is not going to be the Simi Fubara we know when he returns. There are indications that because of this agreement they have reached, Fubara may be returning by May 29th. That's one of the information that we heard, that Tinubu may announce his return on May 29th, because agreement had been reached. But that agreement, like all previous agreements he had ever entered with Nyesom Wike, always ends up in favor of Nyesom Wike. So at the end of the day, Rivers will have their governor back, but it is not the same sim that is returning. It is a new sim that is returning. If he agrees with all these things that they said he has agreed on, if it is found out to be the truth, then it is Rivers people that have been shortchanged, and it means that the era of Nyesom Wike's hegemony in that state, which many people are fighting against, which many people wanted to extricate Rivers State from, which was the reason that many of them were supporting Simi Fubara in the fight with Nyesom Wike. That all those has gone with the winds. The Rivers State people are back to square one. But then what can you do when if you are in a Simi Fubara's case? You don't have any political party that you can rely on to back you. Members of your group, PDP Governors Forum, they are romancing with Tinubu, the man that sent you on suspension. Where do you run to? The elders of Rivers State are afraid to speak up. Many of them don't want to speak truth to power. There are many of them that have skeletons in their cupboard. EFCC and all that can be used against them. So everybody is being very careful. And you are dealing with a strong character like Nyesom Wike. So what do? You have been beaten, you have been defeated. You just have to kowtow, or you will not return. Because if you look at the body language of Nyesom Wike, he doesn't even want Fubara to return at all. Even the sole administrator, his body language, he's appointing his wife as a first lady of Rivers State and all that, shows you that this man wouldn't want to leave that place even in 6 months' time. That is the dilemma that Fubara is in. So apparently he has reached an agreement with his tails between his legs. And that is not good news for people of Rivers State, unfortunately. Because any state that godfatherism continue to control, that state is not going to see development. Whichever way you look at it, it doesn't bode well with any state that godfathers are in charge, whether it's one godfather or two godfathers. The people's will should always prevail for democracy to thrive, and not the will of the godfathers. Unfortunately, with the sharing arrangement we are hearing, it shows that democracy, that the kind of democracy we wanted in Nigeria will be lacking in Rivers State, even when Nyesom Fubara return. What we're going to have is the return of the Godfather and his men at the expense of the people of Rivers State. That's my take. I don't know what to think about this development that Nyesom Fubara has reached agreement, a power sharing agreement with Nyesom Wike, and that agreement is going to give the structure of Rivers State back to Nyesom Wike, literally. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. If you are Fubara, what will you do? Your party is in disarray. The elders of Rivers State are not ready to stick out their neck. What will you do? Will you go with your tail between your legs and sign an agreement? Or do you continue to resist? Because looking at Nyesom Fubara, you can see that he has not even gone to court to personally challenge his suspension. That's how bad the whole situation is. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.